The Golden State Warriors woke up in Las Vegas this morning. Why not, right? The official end of their NBA title celebration. Although, with the way things went at the parade yesterday, you kind of get the feeling they're going to be partying all summer. It was quite the scene in Oakland. You had Too Short and the Warriors' mom on a float together.
And Barry Bonds, too.
You had Toaster Guy, you had Steph goading Ian Clark into doing acrobatics over the championship trophy. Of everyone, I gotta say Steph might have been having the most fun yesterday, and it did not escape notice that while Kevin Durant might be the finals MVP, Steph was the one who had the trophy on his float. He was the one who came on stage last. Do not think that kind of stuff is an accident or random. It is not. Of course, this is the Warriors, so there are also plenty of jokes. Here's team president Bob Myers on assistant coach Mike Brown.
Where's Mike Brown? Mike, you didn't lose any games, did you? Steve, you lost one, right? Yeah. So we got a decision to make. That's the problem.
Isn't it, though? Kerr got a chance at the microphone, too, and he got a little real-time humble brag action in. Take a listen to him.
So I have been blessed in my NBA career to go through a few of these championship celebrations. 7 to be exact. Maybe it's 8, I can't remember. Sometimes I get tired of doing the humble thing. I want to be more like Draymond. I think we all wish we could be Draymond sometimes. Look at his shirt.
Everybody wants to be like Draymond. Remember a couple years ago when Dre appeared, well, let's just say less than sober at the Warriors parade? Well, here's what he said on stage yesterday.
You won't get the speech you got out of me last time I was in a different place. I'm much more mature, a much more sane individual.
Well, he's right. We didn't get the same speech. I don't know about the more mature. We certainly got a more sophisticated day-long troll job, starting with, that shirt. Not that you needed an explanation of exactly what that shirt meant, but, Dre, he's going to give it to you anyway here.
Well, the Q, that's what those guys' arenas called. We got him out here quick with the trophy, quickie. I can't forget the Ultimate Warrior shirt last year from LeBron and, the 3-1 tombstone cookies and all of that. So, I was waiting on this moment, but definitely my guy. That's family.
You was waiting since Halloween to do this? That's petty. You going to be petty in this moment?
I'm petty. I've been waiting for a while.
There was plenty of petty to go around yesterday. It was alarmingly fun, and we will get into the back and forth Dre had with LeBron a little later in the show. But the real takeaway for me in Dre's comments was just how badly everything had burned through the Warriors this season. All the 3-1 jokes. And, cookies. Look, it made yesterday's parade that much more sweet. And while Warriors owner Peter Guber got up on stage and made a guarantee.
Same time next year. Sealed.
Sealed. Well, if Golden State does win again, that will be about something different. This one was its own thing. The bookend to a long, twisty, heartbreaking, heart-soaring, thrilling, redemptive journey. And it sure looked fun. Of course, I'm not going to let you guys let that sealed comment go undiscussed. It's all good to predict more titles, but we all know what happens, Trace, with championship teams. Everyone gets happy in the summer. Everyone starts to want to get theirs. Some of it's about money. Some of it's about attention.
Sealed.
I was going to ask you if the Warriors can really keep everyone happy. Apparently, the answer is yes.
Sealed.
Yes.
Why not? Look at the culture that these guys have created around there. Everybody seems to be extremely happy. You won't find a better situation unless you go to somewhere like San Antonio with this type of environment, this type of appreciation for management on down to the best player. This is the culture that, you dream about playing for. And if the money is right and they can keep all these guys around, I don't see why they would go anywhere else. It is about winning, right? And this is a winning culture.
Greg Popovich talks about in San Antonio, they like players who have gotten over themselves.
Right.
Golden State's the same way. You come in here, you leave your ego at the door. Again, I keep going back to the David West speech. Everyone here sacrifices. Sacrifices shots, sacrifices touches, sacrifices money in many cases. So I don't see anything changing because these guys all love success And the type of success they have right now is all-time success.
Okay, but Ramona, we've heard that Popovich quote. We've also heard the Pat Riley quote, right?
Yep.
The disease of more, the disease of me. He's got many diseases. I mean, no, I don't. You know what I mean.
No.
I know that.
I love you, Pat.
We love Pat Riley on this show. But there is a post-championship factor here.
Well, look,
That's
the
real.
Warriors had 2 advantages from last year. This year they were hungry because they lost the year before, and they added Kevin Durant.
And you heard Draymond there.
Yeah.
It drove them all
Oh,
year.
it absolutely did. I mean, I talked to some of those guys throughout the year, and we'd all ask those questions. And, publicly they would all say the right things, but privately, of course they noticed every single one of those slights. And, like, Klay Thompson had an Ultimate Warrior shirt after the game. Like, they all had stuff like that, and it was just a question of how they were going to bring it out. I think Draymond was the guy who was always going to go first, and it was always going to be the biggest troll and furthest. But, what Pat Riley talks about, I think, is the thing we're all going to have to watch for, which is, when you have a team that's this good and they're this dominant, the real thing that you're trying to overcome is yourself. I mean, I don't think necessarily anybody is set up to beat them right away unless the Cavs go and add 1 or 2 big pieces this offseason. But the Warriors will not have that same hunger next year. They're fighting to stay on top as opposed to be on top again.
I would argue with you last year when they did win the title. Did you guys feel like the hunger wasn't there? I thought they played during the regular season better than they did in their championship year.
Last year.
Last year, yeah. So their hunger
They
level.
had a goal, though, that season. They had
They didn't.
73.
Well, they didn't have a goal on.
They did have a goal. They talked about explicitly wanting to get 73 wins
on
and beat the Bulls.
On October 20th or October 30th?
It was pretty early.
It was because they started 24-0.
Yes.
So they start next year 30-0.
Let me.
Like, you don't think they think we can go 74?